So you're looking to buy a new exhaust for your 350Z, but you don't know where to start yet, or perhaps you've got your eye on a specific exhaust system, but you can't justify spending the money to pull the plug quite yet. Maybe you need an honest review from someone like me before you can decide to buy. In this video, I'm giving my reasons for why I decided to buy the HKS Hi-Power True Dual Exhaust System for my 350Z. So when it comes to buying a performance exhaust, it's hard to decide exactly what you want simply because there are so many options and factors involved in having the right exhaust system for your application. These factors can include material, ease of installation, exhaust flow and diameter, cost, sound, the power gain that you get out of the system, whether or not you want a catback or a full exhaust system, whether or not you want a single or true dual system for your vehicle. With all those different options, it can be kind of intimidating. So my priorities when choosing my exhaust system in this order were sound, power gain, cost, and ease of installation. So unlike many of the other exhaust systems out there on the market, the HKS had a very smooth, even tone to it. The reason for this is it had a true dual exhaust setup. And what that means is there was an individual exhaust pipe for each side of the cylinder block, meaning that 3 cylinders fired out of the left side and 3 out of the right. It also featured several resonators and 2 mufflers, so it made a very smooth sound when driving. There was no drone. It wasn't obnoxiously loud like the Tomei Extreme TI. So overall, I think it's the best as far as finding the right noise, the right sound, the right pitch for the 350Z BQ35. If sound doesn't matter as much to you and you're more interested in the power gain, I'll let you know that the HKS was quoted for 14 horsepower and 7 foot-pounds of torque with no other modifications done to the vehicle. Now, according to Evasive Motorsports, you're probably going to be looking closer to 11.8 horsepower and roughly 5.7 foot-pounds of torque. Now, that leads us into cost. So if 12 horsepower isn't worth $1,500 to you, this might not be the exhaust system for you. You can typically find the HKS online for $1,500 to $1,700, depending on who the vendor is. Personally, I could justify the cost because I knew exactly what I was going to be getting. I knew it was going to be a quality part, and I knew that the tone was what mattered the most to me out of anything else. So I was willing to pay the $1,500 to get the dual exhaust that produced the sound that I wanted. Lastly, I wanted to go over the ease of installation. This exhaust was incredibly easy to install. If you have 2 sets of hands, it makes a world of difference. It was very easy to set up in there, to get the bolts threaded in, to get the exhaust hung up in the hangers. You'll just need a little bit of WD-40 to help the pins slide into the hangers. The biggest issue when installing that I had was actually getting the old exhaust out. So my car was an 03, where it is the first year that car was made, so the bolts underneath were very rusty. I actually had to cut those off, but thankfully the new HKS exhaust came with all the hardware, so once I had those old bolts cut out, I could just slide it in, put it together. Super easy. It made for a really smooth install. I guess I should also mention the fact that if you purchase an HKS exhaust, you're going to be getting a very high quality stainless steel part with immaculate welds. I can almost guarantee that this thing is not going to fail on you. It's not going to rust out. And one of the additional things that everybody loves about it is the burnt tip titanium exhaust tips. You just cannot go wrong with those. Essentially, I found the HKS to have the best tone, material quality, and ease of installation, as well as a solid quoted 14 horsepower and 7 foot-pound torque gain, all for what I consider to be a very fair price, around $1,500 for a full catback system. With a smooth tromboneless growl and the fact that it wasn't as obnoxious as the Tomei Extreme TI, I knew that this exhaust system was the one for my application. Anyways, enough of my review. It's time for some sound clips. this little video was able to help you decide whether or not you want to purchase an HKS exhaust for yourself or opt for something else. I'm just hopeful that there's a little bit of information to give you some insight about what exactly you want to do. If you like this video or you've been enjoying the content in my other videos, be sure to like and subscribe. And without further ado, that's it for this video. Peace out. See you guys in the next one.